I need more water. Come on, come on, come on. Shit. Okay. Come on. You got this. There's four of you in the room. You got this. You got this. Come on. Don't spread. Don't spread. Don't. There. There you go. Cool. Okay. Uh, um. I'm. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm playing some Fallout Shelter. Um. It's finally released on Android, so I've been playing that at work, home, before I sleep, before I go to work. It's right now I got 20 people, and I just started playing yesterday. I got 20 dwellers. Got my science lab. I got my med bay. I got my diner upgraded to some point. It's just addicting. But yeah, hey guys. My name is Daniel, DEV, Dev. My family calls me Diablo sometimes, so you could call me whatever, any of those names. You could call me any of those names, but yeah. It's nice to be back in front of a camera, in front of a microphone, recording again. I've just been super busy at work, working, you know. For the week, it's mostly work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep. Shower, eat, blah blah blah. But it's a full-time job, so it takes time. My shift is second. Second. It's second shift. It's 2:30 to 11, so it's really not that bad. But for me recording, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna be on the weekends. Today is Saturday, by the way. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. Today wasn't that bad. A little rain here in Chicago. Mostly sunny, so that's good. But yeah, my schedule is just something I have to work around, and a week break, from recording, making videos, and not hearing any news about video games or anything like that. So I have some great news coming up, great and some worried news coming up. But it's just something I have to work around with work full time. And me being exhausted, because this is a physical work. This is a physical job. I do have to lift, which I have lost some weight, so that's pretty good. And I did get some upper. Yeah. It's pretty good. And I did get a pay raise, so that's something good. If you don't know what my job is, I do have a little description of a little video of what it is. I'll post it up, and yeah, it just talks about little updates, little here and there. I'm still working on that KOTOR video, by the way. Just taking some time for me to record the gameplay of it and get the little for that video. You're not gonna see me maybe at the end and the beginning of it. That's mostly it. But I'm planning on not recording using this. I'm recording more with this. But yeah, I have some plans. Got some big plans. Gonna get a professional camera. Gonna get professional lights. Gonna get a green screen. So you don't see this. I'm gonna have to rearrange my room some way. I moved this bed closer, thinking that it will help me out with putting images here or something, videos, yeah, all that stuff. A better mic. I still love this mic. Don't worry, I'll still use it. But there's some better ones, a better setup. I would want a mic here out of the camera's point of view, so you don't see it. I would like that. A better PC, so I could play PC games and record them, so it's a lot more faster, more easier for me to control and edit. That would be something pretty. That's the first thing I'm gonna get probably. And tattoo, just something I've always wanted since high school. A tattoo. My mom has a decent amount of tattoos, and every time I see her, I'm like, I want a tattoo. Because you can see she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tattoos. Yeah. So it's my name. Well, yeah, you don't need to. Yeah. So the news I heard yesterday, I found on Facebook. I haven't been on Facebook for a while. Uh, it's a Resident Evil remake is official through Capcom. They've officially announced it. They say they got a team working on it. It's a remake, so that means from the ground up. Now that's great fucking news. I love Resident Evil, especially Resident Evil 2. That's the one I have the most memories with. That's the one that scared the shit out of me out of anything else. And that's the one where they had two main characters that you control, where their stories intertwine and they change throughout the gameplay, throughout which version you played first. Do you play Claire first or Leon first? I personally played Leon first, because, well, back then I was like, oh, I'm a guy, why would I play a girl? No. Now, when I got Resident Evil 2 HD-ish for the GameCube, I played Claire all the fucking time. Leon sucked. You know, as in the beginning, Leon gets better and better, then you get the Ada story and blah, 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 but Claire, I love playing Claire. Claire was awesome, and then you play her in what's it called? Resident Evil Veronica, Code Veronica. So that's another Resident Evil game that's pretty damn good in that, yeah. But it's great that Capcom is revisiting older games in their series. Resident Evil 2 being one of my favorites, and Resident Evil 1. I love the fact that they went back to Resident Evil 1, did a remake, and then years later did a remastered of that remake. So is Resident Evil 2 remake going to be based on Resident Evil 1 camera style, tank controls and things like that? Or is it going to be completely remade to where it's like the fan-made version of the remake? Not dissing the fan-made version of the remake. It looks nice. It runs smoothly. It looks great. He captured the atmosphere pretty good, but it's not... If you put the camera behind the person, you see what's in front of them, right? So it's not as scary as, I don't know, the camera's point of view being on top of you, where you don't really see what's in front of them if you take a turn to a hallway. One example is being in Resident Evil 1 is, and there's a lot of examples you could pick from. In the very beginning of the game, when you go into the main dining hall and you take a right to the door, and then you take a left, and then you turn to the right, you don't see the zombie eating the Kenneth. Yeah, you don't see the zombie eating Kenneth until you walked forward a little bit and then hit that cutscene. And then when the cutscene finishes, the camera turns behind you a little bit to the whole room, and then you see Kenneth being eaten by a zombie, and you see the rest of the room. So then you back up, turn your character, run forward to the hallway back to Barry, and then activates the cutscene from there. Or you can just turn around, kill it, but you don't really kill it, which is stupid, I know, but that was Resident Evil for you. So, me, personally, I want Resident Evil 1 camera, tank controls, I want all that. I don't want Resident Evil 4 camera. Not to say Resident Evil 4 is a bad game. Resident Evil 4 is a great game. It's just, you lose some horror elements in it. The camera was right. The red laser for the gun is right for that camera. When the camera zooms in behind you, so you can aim at the enemy and shoot vital spots for you to continue with the combat, that's awesome and great and all, but you lose a little bit of the horror because you don't know what you're aiming at. You don't know if you're shooting it correctly. Thank God Resident Evil 1 Remake has the auto aiming thing, but you could turn that off too to make it harder on yourself. And Resident Evil 4, I felt like they gave you ammo on certain guns up the ass. They gave you a shitload of pistol ammo, and you're like, oh, I don't need to worry about ammo because I have like 100 something left of ammo. Resident Evil 1, you had to hunt for those ammos. You had to find them. You had to move certain things, and the ammo would be right under it. Or you had to go in a certain room at a certain time, and then there's ammo there waiting for you to collect, or else you miss it. And sometimes the camera in the game doesn't really show the ammo. You had to really get really close and look for it, and then see, oh, there's ammo there. So you lose some of that horror. I do love how Capcom is giving fan service to this, but due to the fact that we don't know if it's being made in the classic Resident Evil way that Resident Evil 2 was made in, or if it's being remade how the fan version was being made. Because that got a lot of likes, a lot of praises for that fan-made version, because you have new Resident Evil fans that, oh, hey, I like Resident Evil 6. And then you have the old school Resident Evil fans saying Resident Evil 6 was terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And some true Resident Evil fans really didn't like Resident Evil 4 because of the camera change. I loved Resident Evil 4. New enemies, faster enemies, smarter enemies when they use weapons. But then Resident Evil 5 came, they made them... Resident Evil 5. Good action game, bad horror game. That's all I can say about 5. Resident Evil 6, Leon's campaign was pretty solid. I loved Leon's campaign. Chris's, not really. Jake's, not really. Ada's was pretty spot on. I did like Ada's campaign, to be honest with you. But, man, 6 just... The first campaign you play was Leon's, was going, yeah, okay, this is Resident Evil. And then Chris's, and then Jake's, and then Ada, okay. And then, yeah, so it's a good game. It's just not a really good Resident Evil game. So I'm worried and happy about Resident Evil 2. Fuck. But, yeah, that's just my worries, my main concern about it. Excited for Resident Evil 2, my favorite. I just hope they don't fuck it up. Great story, great settings, great atmosphere. Just really hoping they don't fuck it up. But yeah, what is your guys' thoughts? Do you think they're gonna make it tank controls? Because Resident Evil 1 Remastered had pretty good, decent sales for it to be on Steam, Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4. It did pretty good enough for them to be like, hey, we should make remake part 2. So I really hope they do remake it the way it was meant to be, and not say, hey, you know what, let's just make it more action orientated for the new Resident Evil fans so they could jump on into it. No, make the new Resident Evil fans that are fans of 4, 5, and 6 realize, hey, you know what, Resident Evil was meant to be scary. That's why 1, 2, and 3 and Code Veronica did really, really well, because it had that element of being scary, had that having the camera overhead instead of being back behind. Resident Evil Revelations 1 was okay. Revelations 1 was okay. It wasn't the best, wasn't the worst either, but it was pretty decent. It was scary at some points, and you did feel like you had to struggle a little bit in some points of the game. But I can't say much about 2 because I haven't played 2. I've seen other Let's Players play 2 because I was iffy. Like, am I really going to spend that much money on this? And then they brought Barry in just for fan's sake, I believe. But, man, I felt like they forced it. But, hey, I haven't played it yet. Maybe I will in the future. But, yeah, so what do you guys think? Tank controls, classic camera overhead, or Resident Evil 4 camera, third-person camera, more action-oriented? I really hope it's the first one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment below. Glad to be recording again. I missed the camera, my very expensive camera. It's just sitting there looking at me when I come home on my bed sleeping. Like, what are you doing? You should be recording. And I'm like, no, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. And yeah, but hopefully things get better at work, or I'm not exhausted when I come home, and I could be able to record some things here and there. And on the weekends, I'm definitely will be able to record some things. And yeah, so yeah, this has been DEV signing off. Peace. Love you. Oh, By the way, thank you for the new subscribers. I just come back from my week break from recording, and then I'm at 71. I was at 72 when I left. So thank you all for subscribing. That's fucking awesome. We're close to 100. For the 100 marker, I should be able to stream by the time that comes. But by the time I reach 100, I should be able to stream. So maybe I'll do like an hour stream, just celebrating my 100 subscribers or something. I'll do something. I'll make a video about Resident Evil, Metal Gear, Mass Effect, something. I'll do something just to celebrate that. So we'll see. Thank you for subscribing, for the likes, for the sharing, because a lot of you guys have been sharing some of my videos, and that's awesome. Thank you for that. You don't know how much I appreciate that. But yeah, subscribe. Make sure you see more of my videos, because I will be talking about things I love, and the things I love are rare these days, like KOTOR. Not a lot of people talk about KOTOR because they don't know what KOTOR is. Resident Evil, a lot of people don't talk about Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 anymore unless you're a true hardcore fan like me. So yeah, make sure you subscribe for more of my videos. More is coming. Believe you me, more is coming. I'm getting a better PC. I'm getting better software to edit these videos. So yeah, thank you.